What's up everyone, welcome to another video.
Another one.
My name is Ari, I'm a product designer developer based in Sydney, Australia, and in this video we're going to talk about tree testing. In the previous video we talked about sitemaps and how to create one. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link down below and in the cards above. There are a few different ways to test out your sitemap, and one of those ways is tree testing. The idea of a tree test is to test the discoverability of your sitemap, the different category and section names, and the overall information architecture of your website. Now, how would you go about running a tree test? We run a tree test by creating an interactive tree diagram of our sitemap. Then we hand that over to a user where they could click through in order to discover a specific section or pages within the sitemap that we've already created. In order to create a diagram for testing, there are many different tools out there that you could use, but in this video, I'm going to be using one called Optimal Workshop. Along with a tree diagram at the same time, we also need a task list and a set of questionnaire for the users that we're going to be testing with. Based on the tasks for the users, we discover whether or not users can find specific information within the sitemap, and based on the results that we get back, we might adjust the sitemap accordingly. It's really that simple. If this sounds like a reverse of a card sorting exercise, it's because it actually is. Now let's go to the computer and create one together. Alright, welcome to the computer again. As I mentioned before, there are probably plenty of these different tools out there in order for you to create tree testing exercises. I use this website called Optimal Workshop over here. I only use it because I've used it on a few different projects before and I'm familiar with it, but you could always do your own research and see if there's something else out there that you like more. What I do like about this is that it's super simple. They can do the recruiting for you, or you could just send it to a bunch of people and that you recruit yourself. This is the test that we're going to use. You could learn a little bit more about it over here, but what I want to showcase over here is the pricing. As you can see, it is expensive. It's certainly not a cheap product, especially if you go to the build monthly. You can see over here that even their starter starts at $99, and this can be a little bit useless, especially because you can only create 40 cards and 4 tasks. You often realize that you definitely need more than 4 tasks in order to test a more complex tree out. But what I usually do is I usually go for this, pay it for 1 month, and once I'm done with that specific client or project, I basically stop the subscription. That way I could just charge a client for this specific exercise and get them to handle the cost where I don't have to pay for it myself. However, for this, if you scroll a little bit further down, you could just try it for free by clicking over here and create a tree test and just follow along and learn how the whole thing sort of works. With that out of the way, let's go back to the sitemap. If you remember from the previous video, this is the sitemap that we created. If you haven't watched it, again, I'm going to leave the links both in the card and in the links down below, so check them out. But this is what we came up with. It was a fairly simple e-commerce furniture store. What you do with a tree test, you're just going to recreate this in the tree structure that we'll be talking about. So if you go back to the Optimal Workshop, usually when you come onto this page, you have the option to create a new study. So you do that by clicking over here, and you want to select TreeJack Tree Testing and then create the study, and then you just have to basically name it and you're good to go. It'll then take you to a page like this, and in order to save time, I've gone ahead and created this tree test out of the sitemap that we had, but let me just walk you guys quickly through it. So you can see at the top we got the home page, and that's what I've entered over here. You could just double click to edit something, and then underneath it we've got our different organizational sections. So we've got the shop, about, blog, account, and legal. So you can see that we also have this over here. We've got the shop, about, blog, help, account, and legal. I've filled everything out except for the help. I wanted to do that with you guys just so that you kind of get an idea of how this entire thing is set up. But if you start clicking further down, you can see that underneath shop, it replicates exactly what we had over here. So underneath shop, we got beds and mattresses, seating, desks and tables, and organizations. Exact same thing over here. And then you could just drill a little bit further down to it, get to mattresses, and then the mattress types. And this is basically how you would test to see if customers understand the structure of your sitemap. So let's go ahead and complete the help section very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and replicate the help section. So let's go ahead and zoom in on help. We've got return and refund, so let's go ahead and add that in there. I'm going to press enter and it automatically takes me to the next label. We've got payment, care and cleaning. We then have contact us and FAQs. Perfect. I am now basically ready in order to run this tree test. You have the shortcuts on the right hand side as well, by the way, before I move on, just in case you wanted to use the shortcuts in order to create your map. I'm going to go ahead and expand all just so that we could have a quick look at this. So that's every single section of the site. I'm just going to uncheck these guys, go back to home. There we go. Perfect. Once you have a tree ready, you need to come up with test questions. My approach in order to create test questions is to create a scenario at first and ask users to complete a task of finding a section of the website. So I'll give you 2 examples. For one of the tasks, I might say something like, imagine you just landed on a homepage, which is right up over here, and you want to find out more about our technical mattresses. Where would you go? My hope is that they would go all the way down here to technical. So let's go ahead and create that task. So we do something like locate technical mattress. And then I define the correct answer by going into home, shop, beds and mattresses, technical mattress. So my hope is that they can find this from the tree test. Save it. And then for the next question, I might say something like find out about our company values. So I'll add another task and I'll go and I would define the correct answer in 2 separate locations. So I'm going to go all the way down and find about. And my hope is that they would click on company or maybe sustainability, because sustainability could be a part of a value of a company. And there you go. Messages and instructions over here is basically a welcome message. It tells the user what they should do and what they need to expect. You could edit this if you wanted to. Instructions are fairly similar, so it walks them through what they need to do. And then a little bit further down, you got the thank you screen, which is when they actually finish the test. Questionnaire is usually if you want to find the right type of participants. This is usually good if you're doing a unmoderated test, so you could come up with a bunch of questions and filter out the people that you really don't want in your test and get the right people in there to get the best sort of a result. There's a bunch of settings regarding a test. I'm not really going to go through all of these. And then you could also add your company's branding or social media and stuff to the test if you wanted to do that as well. Now, the cool thing about Optimal Workshops is that it allows you to recruit through this section down here. So you could get a quote and they do the recruitment for you, or you could just send this link to your own recruit. And then once these guys go through it and do the test, this page results will have everything laid out for you in terms of numbers and graphs and how many mistakes people made and what things went right and what things were wrong and requires further adjustment. I will show you a completed test in a bit just so that you guys can visualize this page as well. Now, going back to the questions, I just want to leave you guys with 2 more notes. When you come up with the questions, do your best, and I know that sometimes it's not possible, but do your best to avoid using the sections names. So for example, ideally I wouldn't use the word about if I want them to look at the about section, but it does get a little bit tricky sometimes because you don't really want to direct them to a section. You want your questions to be as open-ended and non-directive as possible, and keep the entire thing as simple as possible as well. Now, before you go, I just wanted to show you guys a previous study that I did just so that you could visualize what the results page could look like once you get some results back. So once you get your results back, this is the type of stuff that you get. So time taken to complete the entire task, how many participants attempted it, how many actually finished it, the success rate of the tasks, and then it'll also break it down into the task completion rate like this. You could even dig a little bit further into it, going over here and checking out every single question and really dig into the different types of questions and add notes, so on and so forth. And that's it for tree testing. I hope that this video was useful to you guys. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and share this video, as all of those actions would help me out greatly, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.